Delinquent Nation, Prison Diaries. This is Tion. Got a really good interview today. I know got a lot of experience going on. He's at IPP. You know, we like to talk a lot about IPP. Before we start, I just want to say thank you to everyone commenting, everyone showing love, and the regular people that keep coming back. Like, everything's much appreciated. But yeah, let's get into this one. Tion, what's going on, my bro?
What's going on, my bro, man?
Good, yeah?
Yeah, man, it's been a while,
It's
isn't
been
it?
a while, yeah.
Yeah,
So I know Tion from school.
From
Like,
school,
we
bro.
go way back, like way back. But like from school days, you went away and you was gone for time. That's what I remember. You was gone
Yeah.
for time.
Yeah, bro, from early.
Yeah, bro. So like we're gonna get into everything, but like before we get into everything, what I like to do is just know your background, like how you was growing up and that. So, yeah, tell me a bit about life at home, growing up. How was things?
Basically grew up in Tottenham.
Yeah,
Um, Mum was kind of well known in the area, so
yeah,
you know how it goes. Like, you're kind of like entrenched into what's going on in the inner like workings of the neighborhood. You know what I mean? So like
yeah,
all the little events and little schemes like football that was going on, like all your parents and the kids were all involved. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
community was kind of strong and that, and then yeah, just kind of grew up in a way where Tottenham life was kind of different. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't really realize that a lot of things were different. It
Yeah.
was just enclosed, like in the box. Do you know what I mean? So you were seeing like a lot of people that was in the area at the times, and they were either doing that have a like the gang banging thing, or
yeah,
either selling what they were doing or whatnot. But it was just that's what I was used to seeing.
yeah,
You
yeah.
get what I'm saying? I wasn't used to seeing any normal 9 to 5s.
No positive role
No,
model.
no positive kind of black role models
Yeah,
around. Like, there was, don't get it twisted. Do you know what I mean? There are some good gems in the batch,
yeah,
but the majority of what was shown to man growing up was the negative side, basically. Do you know what I'm saying? Didn't know you could be an astronaut, or
yeah,
do you know what I'm
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
or a doctor growing up.
yeah.
Do you know what I'm
It wasn't.
saying?
It wasn't pushed on you
It,
really like that.
that wasn't really a choice or option for man. Didn't even know you could make money in football.
Yeah, you didn't know that.
It's a myth. And man was good at football. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
But it's like the roads had a kind of different sort of option for me, and then having no positive influences around to help my decision making at the time kind of pushed all my negative thinking,
yeah,
which obviously led to my behaviors, and then
yeah,
like consequently to the IPP,
yeah. Exactly.
basically,
Yeah,
at such a young age.
at
Like,
such a
obviously,
young age.
which you
Yeah,
remember. Do you know what I mean?
exactly, Carl. Yeah, like I said, like I know you from school, and I remember like you're 1 year older than man, innit? But I
Yeah.
remember you like going away, and then it was just like free tea on for time though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
It almost become like
But that was your first custodial sentence
it
as well.
was. No, it was actually my third one.
Custodial one.
It's actually my third custodial sentences. It's just the first two were short,
Ah,
like 6 months.
yeah.
And no, if I'm being honest, the second one wasn't even custodial, it was remand.
You just got reminded.
I just got remanded
walked
for
out,
like
cool.
6 months.
Yeah,
Case got dismissed. I was out for like 3 months, and then went straight back in again. So that's why it seemed like I was gone for ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because I
yeah.
was only out from 2006 for like 6 months,
Yeah,
basically,
yeah.
and then gone for a straight 10 years
yeah,
after that.
yeah,
Do you know what I
yeah.
mean? So it's like,
You went away for a minute.
it's not even free till no more.
Yeah, yeah. It was just, yeah.
That's where he is. Have you
Yeah.
spoke to him? It's the last time you heard from him. Is he
Yeah.
all right?
Yeah,
That's what it becomes. You know what I'm saying? After 3-4 years, all that free stuff, it gets played out, bro.
yeah.
You
Word.
know what I'm saying? There's other people to free.
Yeah, word. It's
You know what
true.
I'm saying? So
But from them times, yeah. how we spoke before, like that was at the very beginnings of like the whole Tottenham Edmonton beef,
Yeah.
and that's kind of how it like started off. But before we get into that, like, would you say like, you know, you've already said in it, but would you say like because of your upbringing and the things that you was exposed to, that kind of like that kind of made a route for you to go in that direction, kind of thing?
Yeah, but it definitely made it easier. Do you know what I mean? Like let's say, all right, cool. Like I got rushed
Yeah,
by like 15 Edmonton boys when I was like 15,
yeah,
and instead of having anybody positive around to be like, do you know what? It's a one-off thing.
yeah,
It's not gonna happen every day. Do you know what I mean? Let's do something else so it won't happen again.
yeah,
Type of thing. It was go handle your business. We know where they are.
yeah,
Here, take this. Or
yeah,
them boys will come with you if you just make them feel like, do you know what I mean? It
yeah,
was all of that type of behavior pushed onto me that just made me go ham with it,
yeah,
because I've got access to everything that I need. Everybody that's older than me is telling me to go ahead.
yeah,
They're driving me as well. So it's like, what else am I supposed to do? I don't know how else to handle situations
yeah, yeah.
right now. Do you know what I mean?
Especially at such a young
At
age.
such a young age, like conflict resolution is not a thing that is known
Yeah,
to me at that time. It's just straight like either violence or that's it.
yeah,
There weren't no other alternative at that point. Do you know what I mean?
it's true.
So
Yeah,
after getting rushed, it was just literally that was the situation every day that I'm
yeah.
dealing with now. How to
So tell me a bit more about that, because that was like that's kind of what started it all, which ultimately ended up in you getting your IPP. How did that come about? So you getting rushed. So what? Like, how did that come about?
so I got a god brother,
Yeah.
and he basically used to live in Edmonton.
Okay. Yeah.
And you know, like when you're kids, like summer times and that, you would go to your cousin's house or whatnot.
Yeah.
So when he comes to my house, obviously he's in MPK, he's in Tottenham now, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm letting him meet all my friends and we're playing out. When I go to his house, he's trying to do the same thing, but not really. Do you know what I mean? It's not the same,
Yeah.
to the point where he just starts chilling in Northumberland
Yeah.
all the time, like all the time. Now he's got ongoing issues with the boys that live in his area though, in Edmonton,
Okay.
basically.
Yeah.
And
Because he was from Northumberland.
because he was from Edmonton, now he's rolling.
Like he's yeah.
Now he's rolling in Northumberland, and he's acting like he's better than them, but they really know him in it because
Yeah.
he lives over
yeah,
there. Do
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So long story short, because he is my god brother, so his mum is my godmom.
Yeah.
I've got involved. I've let them know, like, raw, listen, he's not the one in it. Like, leave him alone. Must have been like 3 weeks after that. I was on Tottenham High Road, just by our school,
Yeah. Yeah.
and about 15 boys jumped on a bus with me and one of my little cousins, and yeah, we had it out on the bus. Couldn't really do much.
Yeah. 15.
And then after that, it was every day. It was just
You was trying to go out there.
yeah, every day.
Yeah.
That's what. That I wasn't even going to school, bro. I was coming to school and literally just busting up.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
To
Because
go and find one of them.
do you remember I had like the black eye for
Yeah, I remember
for
that.
like 9 months, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like burst blood vessel in my eye and everything, bro. So it was real.
Yeah.
Get me? And
I
then,
actually remember that. Like,
and then like I've got nobody telling me like you're gonna be
chill,
alright.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah.
We'll sort it out. We'll handle it. It's all go and do what you gotta do. So
Yeah.
I didn't know any, but I didn't even know, like, in a crazy way, I didn't even know the things that I was doing was like wrong in that type of way. Like that the system would care
Yeah.
enough to give me an IPP
Yeah.
or a sentence for that. It's other gang members that I'm banging on. It's not civilians.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it
yeah.
didn't
So
make
you're
sense.
thinking, yeah.
It didn't make sense to me. Like, why are you not even bothering me
Yeah.
for this? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't trouble anybody else apart from them.
Yeah.
So it was just a bit. Before I could realize what I was doing, it was too late.
Yeah.
Basically, the judge was ready to hand me that sentence.
Hand you that sentence.
Yeah.
So like, alright, bam. So you've been rushed, then you go banging out on them. Do you wanna like explain what happened leading up to what you did, you know, and what got you the IPP sentence?
So leading up
Did you
to
find
the offense,
any of the youths that had rushed you?
it was like tit for tat for like the next 15 months
Yeah,
or so. So they coming there, we're going there. I'm going there every day. They're coming there,
yeah,
and it got to the point now leading up to the offense where do you know what's mad here? Because like it's kind of crazy because how it all played out. Like we got basically a phone call that we got a phone call that there was a situation that I could be useful in, yeah,
yeah,
and leading up to that situation, it's come to find out that there's Edmonton youths present, basically. So it's changed the whole narrative of the situation we've gone to do. Now, basically, it's gone from one agenda to let's just deal with them.
yeah, yeah,
It was at that point where, like, at that time, I was trying to kind of calm down now. Like, I'd done a lot. My name was getting called a lot, even for things that I weren't doing.
yeah,
Police were coming to my house every other day. So when I found out what particular Edmonton boys it was, I didn't make the full step to interact, to engage them, basically, because they were just random Edmonton youths.
yeah.
They weren't important, to understand. So the rest of them and them, they've end up having an altercation with them, and two of them have ended up getting stabbed
Yeah,
numerous amounts of times. Now, a bandana was linked to us, so a purple bandana,
purple thing, yeah.
purple bandana was found on the scene, which they linked to
MPK.
to our gang.
Yeah,
Because the crime was in Hertfordshire, I believe. Yeah, Bedfordshire major crime units took up the case, and it'd been the first time they'd ever experienced this type of violence or altercation in their area. So what they did, they reached out to the Met.
Yeah.
Like, have you lot got any information on what's going on? As soon as they said the purple bandana, they're like, yeah, we know exactly who it is and what's going on. And then when they found out who the victim was, they just made it all made sense.
Yeah.
Now, at that point of time, my name is just ringing bells. Even if I didn't do it, I did it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean, bro?
Okay. Yeah.
So then they've come to get me, end up having an altercation while they're trying to get me. They've obviously end up winning.
How old are you these times?
17.
17.
17 at this time.
Just left school.
Literally just left school. Matter of fact, they sent me college.
Yeah.
Remember, they used to send you college like 2 days a week from school. So I wasn't even attending school fully.
Yeah.
At that point, I was 17. Yeah, I was 17 when just before I went in, and they ended up charging me with 2 attempted murders and conspiracy to murder.
So for the 2 youths that got chefed, they put that all on you.
They put it all on me, basically saying that the gang doesn't move
Without
or
you.
act without my knowledge.
Yeah.
Basically. And because my name is flying around, they can't understand why I'm not giving them any statements. I've got no comment in interviews, and they know what's going on. They're telling me everything that has happened. Do you know what I'm saying? But because they can't, they want me to snitch in it. They want me to tell them who was there. And because I'm not telling them, it's like, all right, we've got you now. Because we've been waiting to get you.
Yeah.
So if you talk, you know how you're going to end up.
Yeah.
If you don't talk, you're going to go and sit down for a long time.
Yeah.
Pick a choice. And I chose to go and sit down, bro.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize it was going to be for that long.
Nah, because you wouldn't have known about IPP these times. You'd have thought you'd have just had a straight sentence.
I was clueless, bro.
Yeah.
I got my sentence and bopped out the court like, yeah, safe.
What did they give you, by the way?
The judge gave me 11 years. with a determinate sentence of 5.5 years before parole.
Oh, so you do 5.5
I do 5.5,
and then you're
and
eligible
then
for parole.
eligible for parole after 5.5 years. I didn't understand any of these things.
Yeah,
What he's saying, I just heard the 11. That was it.
yeah,
My Cody just got more than me, so my Cody got sentenced before me. He got 16 years.
yeah.
Was all upset and that left. So when I hear 11 years, obviously I'm happy. It's
Yeah,
less
you're
than
thinking,
it's less than my man, innit?
yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Not
Thinking you
not not that it's less than him, but
But you're thinking you must have got a touch or something like.
I got
Yeah.
11. Cool. It's only when, like now you're back in the jail now. A couple of weeks have gone by. I've got another Cody who got a straight sentence. So he's received paperwork with all his dates, how many days are in his sentence, when he's coming home. So I'm like, where's mine? So we've gone to the office. I'll never forget this. Went to the office, bro. Saying to the gov, I didn't get paperwork. When's my release date? When am I going home? He's like, what? You got 99 years.
Word.
Looking at him like, you're bugging. Bro.
Yeah,
What do you mean I got 99? I would have remembered if the judge gave me 99 years in the court.
yeah.
He's like, yeah, you got IPP. Still didn't really take it in. I think it was about 3 weeks later, bro. I've been running around the wing, doing what you got to do and that. And it was a couple of the older guys in the jail. I think I was in Bedford.
Oh, yeah,
I was in Bedford. I was one of the first YOs in Bedford.
yeah,
And these guys had been in the system obviously for a while because they'd been lifers, but they're in a remand jail, so they're obviously moving around.
yeah.
And they drawed me in a cell one time, bro. Like, listen, you know your sentence is IPP, and this is what you got to do, or they're never gonna let you out, basically. And it was like,
Bro, that's mad though,
it was
car.
like, raw.
Yeah,
They must be talking to me for a reason. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They must be kind of telling me this because nobody else has broke this sentence down to me, bro.
yeah,
No one, probation, prison staff,
yeah. Even your solicitor. Like,
solicitor, no one, bro. No one. They've just told me 5.5 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
But they haven't told me what comes
with it.
with it, bro. What I
Yeah.
got to go through mentally.
It's mad because I've been speaking to a few IPPs and it's like they've kind of said the same thing as you. Like they didn't actually know. Like they've come back to the prison. Like I'm nice. I got 2 years.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But then they've ended up spending 10 years.
10
by the
years.
door. Do you know what I mean? And they didn't know what IPP was because I think the law was it was a bit.
It was misused.
It was
misused, and
misused,
a lot of judges, I don't personally feel, issued it
Correctly, word.
under the right sentencing guidelines, bro.
Word.
To understand, and they sentenced basically, from what I understand from it, yeah. If you get sentenced to an IPP, you were supposed to get more than a 5.5 year tariff, bro. Yeah. In that 5.5 years, that is enough time for you to do all the courses that they provide you, bro, or to go to the prisons that provide those courses, bro. As a lifer or IPP, it doesn't matter if there's 1,000 prisoners in that jail, blood. Your priority to go on the course.
Yeah.
If it's on your sentence plan.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then you need like a year consolidation, I think they call it, to show that everything you've learned is work.
Playing out, yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That takes about 5 years, bro.
Yeah.
So anything under that, you were always gonna do.
Down, yeah.
You were always gonna sit down, bro.
Yeah.
You were always gonna sit down. It's the 6s and the 7s and the people that got those type of IPPs that are still in there now,
yeah.
which is the problem, bro.
I was speaking to someone that had 2 IPP, yeah, and he's just done 16. He just got out 3-4 days ago.
It's mad.
Do you know what I mean?
It's mad.
Especially because, like you said, the courses that you need to do, like they should really ship you to them jails that do them courses, but it's difficult to get a ship out. You have to do a mad thing to get a ship out. And if you do the mad thing, then you're getting knocked back anyways. So it's a bit of a...
With the IPP, I always said, yeah, the pen is mightier than the sword.
Yeah.
When in the state of prison, the pen is mightier than the sword when you're an IPP prisoner or a natural life or whatever type of life sentence that you're on, because the write up and the intelligence and just the negative entries do a lot more damage.
Yeah.
Like a lot more damage, because when it's time for parole and there's conduct reports that are due and people are trying to account for your behavior, these are the things that the parole board use to determine whether you should be free or not.
Yeah.
You got a negative entry last week. So
Yeah,
what, bruv?
they'll
Like, man's
base it on-
pissed off, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what
Man's
I'm
pissed
saying?
off because man's sitting
man's
down. Man
pissed
don't know
off.
when. Yeah.
Like, man don't know when man's going home. Like, alright, in terms of my case, they're onto me for gang affiliation on the wings and on the units. But I don't choose to live here. I don't choose what housing unit I go to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I go where you tell me to.
Yeah.
So if I don't interact, you say I'm isolating myself and I'm not interacting with other prisoners and staff, and they can't really tell what's going on. And if I do interact with people that I'm comfortable with, it's gang affiliation, which you use against me. So then I end up mixing with Tom and Singh
Yeah.
and all these people that, do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we've got nothing in common. Nobody is here for a good thing. I'm not here to get to know people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Totally
And it's
get
like, they don't realize that, like, see the people that got like 2 years and they're in for 10 years, they only realize that their behaviors have caught up to them once they get on the parole board, because nobody says anything to them.
Yeah.
They're not inside probation. No officers will say to them, look, calm down, because you got parole soon and all of this stuff's not going to look good. They'll just let you carry on with it, because then it gives them work, innit?
But also, just off the back of what you just said, bro, yeah, it's like, when you're in jail, yeah, and you're keeping your head down, like, they will say, you'll be getting spun left, right, and centre, because they will say, like, right, you're just
Like,
over smart, yeah, and you're just
you're playing the
game, yeah,
playing the game.
But then they actually do say this, like, for lifers, anyways. They say, bro, like, in the beginning of your bird,
you
bang
need,
out, do your thing, yeah,
because we want to see a change,
we want to
a
see
pattern of your behavior.
yeah. They want to see,
which is crazy,
ridiculous,
bro. Which is absolutely crazy. I've seen a man who skated through like 9 years, bro.
Yeah.
9 years, bro. Like, cool, calm. He's no problems, and they're telling him that he's being manipulative.
Yeah. I've heard that. Yeah.
He's playing the system all because he's probably in for like killing his wife or something like that.
Yeah.
His crime was a serious act of violence, like the nature of it and the crime scene that was left, the rage that was used.
Yeah.
Who's this guy that's been in prison for 10 years, clean and free and no trouble and manners and all of that? Who are you?
Yeah, they can't understand it.
How can we let you out?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't make sense. Like, for the IPPs, they just literally want you to conform to anything and everything that they say in order to justify letting you out.
Yeah.
Basically, to the point where rehabilitation doesn't work. Prison is not working. None of these things are working anymore. You're just literally keeping me locked up like an animal.
Yeah.
And then use it against me when I behave that way.
Yeah. And you, like, sometimes it just gets like that, because even, what do you think about the courses, even like Resolve, TSP? Like, do you honestly think, like, because in my experience, I've done all them courses. Yeah, in my experience, I just feel like man just do it to tick a box. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I've never really felt personally like that these things, because it's common sense what they're telling you, kind of thing.
It is, and it's not, bro. Shall I break down to you why I think it's not? Yeah, because you see when we were in school, yeah, and I can talk to you like this because we were in the same school, bro.
Yeah.
We never learnt about conflict resolution, bro. We never learnt about our emotions and how we feel and how to react with the ways that we feel, bro. To understand, you see, like, those type of things, they're important life lessons to understand yourself and how to understand other people, bro.
Yeah.
To understand, when you go to, like, if you go to private schools, like a proper private school, bro, they teach these things.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? They have people that come in and teach their kids micromanaging of other people, bro. To understand and how to deal with feelings and how to manage in a boss type way or in a fair type way.
Yeah.
We don't get these types of lessons, bro. We have to go to prison to sit on a course
Yeah.
for 6 weeks
To realize.
to learn that when you're angry, you might get a bit mad
Yeah.
sometimes. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And when you're mad, your fists might get a bit clenched. You might sweat a little bit. Those are your physical cues. Right, I had to come to prison to learn this.
Yeah. It's crazy, really.
Red flags.
Yeah.
Red flag is just a thing now that people use as a meme on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
When I was learning about red flags, it was real,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah.
Like, I can't be with you because
Yeah.
shit might happen.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? That's a red flag, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what? Victim awareness. I'm doing victim awareness, and they're trying to sell to me that the victim of my crime is a victim. And I'm saying, how?
Yeah.
He's a known,
Gang
active,
member.
self-proclaimed gang member.
Yeah.
So it's not just me saying it. He stood up on the dock and said, yeah, I'm from
Yeah.
N9 or whatever the fuck he said.
Yeah.
Sorry for swearing. Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
nah, it's cool, bro.
Like, so how can I see him as a victim? That don't make sense to me.
Yeah.
To the point where the facilitator of the course said, all right, cool. If you can't play him, try put yourself in his mum's shoes.
Yeah.
Her son's just been stabbed numerous amount of times. He's been stabbed like 6 months ago as well. He's nearly died. Like, try and feel how she feels. Doing it like that, you can kind of understand.
And yeah, well, you're right.
Before I
man.
went
Yeah.
jail,
Yeah.
I don't care what
You're not
what
thinking
your
about
mum
that.
feels like, bro.
Yeah.
She shouldn't have had you, and you shouldn't have been here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Basically, do you know what I'm saying? Man had to go jail to do these things, bro. And like you said, a lot of man go there and just tick a box to understand, but you can't help what sticks to your brain.
yeah. What sticks?
You get what I'm saying? And they tell you with all those courses, you won't be able to use everything. But if you use one thing out of everything or tried different things,
Yeah.
something might work for you.
Yeah. For
You
me.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The IPP turned me less ignorant, bro. Because before that, jail is a place where I'm not tolerating much.
Yeah.
I'm not tolerating a lot.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I'd let you go on the phone before me.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? No,
Yeah.
like little
Little
things
things,
like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Little things like that, bro. I've been waiting and you've just come and gone on and I've just cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm not a dickhead, bro.
Yeah.
Right now I just don't want to fuck my life up, bro.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's big.
Man
bro.
can understand that. I get caught with a phone, man go jump on a course.
Yeah.
You get me? Just to do some like consequential thinking and
Yeah.
all of that type of stuff without somebody telling me to do it, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, they didn't let me out. I made them release me.
Yeah.
Do you get? Because why else are you keeping me?
Yeah. 'Cause
What
it-
more can I do?
it's-
I've done everything in the prison, all the courses, all my reports are A1. I did a therapeutic community for like 6 months. I had to live when I was in Swellside, like on a particular landing every
I
day.
did
There's
TC,
classrooms.
in
So I'm saying,
Dovegate,
so you know what TC?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I did all those things off my own back
Yeah.
because I didn't want to be in there for 20 years.
Yeah. A lot of people, especially with big sentences, do the TC because that's the most intense
That
rehabilitation
that you can
course
do.
that you can
But
do.
do you know what the problem is? When these things are forced on you, yeah? When you're forced to do an intense TC, let's say, and it's like 6 months and you have to be away from the people that you're comfortable with,
Yeah.
you're with like the weirdos in the
Yeah.
jail, you gotta behave like it's hard, bro.
Yeah. And then
You end up getting kicked off the course. It's all mad. Do you
Yeah.
get what I'm saying? Like,
I
most
got-
of these things
I
I
got
did off
kicked
my
off.
own kind of back, so they couldn't put it on my sentence plan, and then that just adds more time because
Yeah.
you gotta find, like you said, you gotta find the course, you
Yeah.
gotta find the jail that does it. Getting a ship out to that jail was a bit mad.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So you have to really try and help yourself, but it's hard to see how to do that in the state that they make you live in.
Word. I feel like, yeah, when I did TC, it was like in Dovegate, it was kind of like man them just went there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Just to go there.
yeah, just because it was better living. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It was
yeah.
the family days are all 5
Yeah,
hours and
yeah,
that family visit 5
yeah.
hours, and you can go in a cell and have a
Yeah,
family visit and
yeah.
that and da. You get me? I got kicked off because I just didn't make it, bro. But yeah, a lot of people that was doing life, I only had a 10. So,
Yeah.
but a lot of people that was doing life was on that because they needed that to be able to get a
Like,
C
it
cap.
holds weight, bro. Like, you realize, yeah, from the minute from the minute you realize you're actually IPP in the system, you realize that all they do is keep files and paperwork on you.
Yeah.
That's it. So you have to do the exact same thing for yourself. Every course that you do, keep your reports, keep all your paperwork in order. Every time you file a complaint or a general application or you have to keep all your paperwork in order so you can reference and go back to a physical fact.
Word.
Because that's what they do and use against you.
Yeah.
Like the first thing they said to me on my parole hearing is, don't worry, for the first hour or so, all you're gonna hear is negative and bad things. That's all you're gonna hear.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean anything. We just have to go through. Like, what?
Yeah.
This is a decision about my life.
Yeah.
And you're telling me for an hour and a half straight, I have to listen to stuff from 2007,
From way
2008.
back, they'll be bringing it up.
2009.
Yeah.
You asked me why I did this, and I'm like, what? What did you do last week?
Yeah.
This is how I end up having to talk to them, because now I'm not scared. I'm not coming on this parole board like, oh my God, can you not please forget that.
Yeah.
Forget that. I know what I need to say. I know what I can prove. Let's see why you lot are keeping me here.
Yeah.
And if there is a particular reason, what is it?
And how can we work?
And how can we work to getting that done? As soon as that's done, I'll come back to them again.
Yeah. Because what people need to know as well, it's so easy to get
Lost in there, bro.
It's easy to get lost in there, but it's easy to get a negative entry, bro. Like, that's not even an IEP. That's like it's just a negative. Like, just to get a negative entry is like.
For me, that weren't really hard, I never really got like negative entries and that, bro. Like my two biggest problems in jail were phones, and fighting. That's it.
I'm gonna get onto like.
I was cool.
I'm gonna get onto that in a bit, but for me, anyways, like, cause I was just on a 10, do 5 year, and I was BCAT for 4 years, bro. And it was like every time I was going for my CCAT review, it was like a lot of the time it was phones and that, like, so I could understand getting knocked back. Security moves and da. But it was like, other than that, when you're actually trying to get your CCAT this time, because you're wishing on DCAT, you know what I'm saying? You're wishing on a DCAT or something like that. But then it's like sometimes these negatives pop up, like, and the negative could be like you could have a pissed off day, like, and you're just pissed off, and then the screw's not trained enough, like, to know that you've actually been sitting down for a while. He's got a relationship out there. Maybe it could be anything, that, or maybe someone's just passed away or whatever.
And at the end of the day, they don't care, for one, and they're coming in with their own problems for two.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you just hit the nail on the head.
And then they're dealing with you for free.
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Which makes it worse.
Yeah.
They don't care about your bad day. You put yourself in prison.
Yeah. That's how they.
That's how they look at it, bro. I've spoken to enough govs over the years and had like enough kind of like all right relationships with them to understand how they think, bro, and how they feel about most of us. You get some good ones, but the majority of them, bro, they're just there to just do their job, bro.
Do their job. But then a lot of them they're putting in negatives that, on someone like myself, cool, I didn't get my CCAT, that's cool. But on someone like an IPP, that negative, it could affect their parole, And then you got the night govs. Say next door might be blowing weed, and then they will just guess it was out of your cell, and then you get IR. Do you know what I mean? And then
it kind of depends on, like, I would say, like, it's each to their own, and it depends on the type of person you are in the prison, bro. That always depends on how they deal with you.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So 9 times out of 10, if you're a nuisance, you're causing like problems, they will deal with you away. Do you know what I'm saying?
That's true, yeah.
But if you got some type of degree of like manners about you towards them, like you can respect their uniform to a certain degree, but still control and run the wing without having to cause them to do extra work.
Nah,
they will let you 100%,
100%. But then that happens, because that 100% that definitely happens. But then you've got the one job's worth that don't care about how respectful you are, don't care, like, you know, because, bro, you see when a man's
Yeah.
running the wing and he's actually keeping order, so he's making sure fights ain't brocking
Yeah.
out and da-da-da-da-da. But then that man, all the screws let him do his thing because they know he's actually keeping order on the wing, da-da-da. But then you got that one
You get the one,
screw,
you
bro.
get the one, you get the two in places, yeah. But like I said, it's each to their own. You have to know now how to
Move when they're on the wing.
when they're on the wing, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like every wing I went to, I would say there was at least one. And bro, I don't care if I need the toilet tissue
Yeah.
at 2:00 in the morning. If he's the only night gov on, I wouldn't ask him, bro.
Yeah.
Do
You just don't want to interact.
I wouldn't ask him, bro. You see that one gov or them two govs who move like that on the wing. I don't acknowledge them, bro.
Yeah.
I never verbally or physically acknowledge their existence, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
And then I will talk to Gov standing right next to them though.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
I get what you're
I'll come onto the wing and a Gov right next to him will be like, "Oh, you just come from the gym?" And be like, "Yeah, man, should have come." Something like that.
Yeah.
But him, nothing.
Yeah.
Ice cold. You see, to you, I'm a potential threat. Stay away from me. And I'll stay away from you. That's how we respect each other. Do you understand what I'm saying? Until one of us kind of breaks the ice or breaks the boundaries. And if that breakage is on a negative term, then I would have enough staff on to say, look, he's not normally like that.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So when I'm saying, look, the problem is him, it's not that unbelievable that it could be him.
Word.
Because 9 out of 10 staff is all right with me. It's just this one.
Yeah.
That's how you end up having to flip it.
Yeah.
They make you turn your behavior upside down on his head,
Yeah.
basically.
No, I hear you still. So, bam, like, you ended up doing, 10 years in total?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. It's a long time. So, from, 16 to 26? 17 to 27?
17 to just before I turned 28. So I was just turning 18 when I went in.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah.
So when I came home, I was 28.
So that's a lot of life missed, bro. But this is what I wanted to kind of get into, like being IPP. How was you able to keep relationships? I know you said you got bagged with a lot of phones and that, and you know, so obviously you was keeping relationships that way. But I mean, like, how was you able to hold on to relationships, knowing, you know,
What kind of relationship?
well, starting off with, we could start off like a love relationship with a gal. You just didn't.
I'm
Not at all.
I'm a proper realist, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Even from I got the 11 and I didn't even know it was IPP, I'm saying, forget about this. As long as, you see, my thing with relationships, and I tell like most of my friends that are in jail that are trying to have relationships, you see, as long as the girl that you're talking to like kind of like answers the phone when you call, she might come and see you if she's able to financially do that, and she's giving you that little bit of time. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. You don't need to worry about where she's going, what she's doing, anything like that. When she's talking to you or when she's there with you, just enjoy that. If you can't do that, it's all gonna go left for you.
Yeah, you're gonna put
You're gonna be
yourself through
stressed
it.
every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
You're gonna be going through it. You're gonna be worrying and wondering what she's doing, who she's doing, and that's long. You can't be doing that in jail.
Yeah,
And a lot of men make that mistake, bro, and think they can have long-term relationships with partners. Don't get me wrong. Some people might. There might be the odd that, but for me, it wasn't a thing that I could.
I therefore agreed with you, 'cause I used to tell the man them when I was in the high securities and that, I used to tell the lifers and that, bro, like, your missus, like, you should just be, because they'd be beefing, you know, and I'd be like, your missus, just be like,
Just be happy.
just
She's
be
still
happy,
giving you the time of day, bro.
because of course she's out there doing what she's doing,
Like,
because bro, you're spending 25
behind the door, bro.
Yeah.
24/7 every day.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? She's out there. You have to kind of understand her situation and appreciate
that
when she picks up the phone
yeah, cool.
or comes on a visit or something like that. That's it. They just want you to listen more time.
Yeah.
And then that gives you a different kind of dynamic. So you're not talking to a prisoner every day. Or you're not talking to a gov every day.
Yeah.
It's not a jail conversation you're having. every day.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? That's you don't want more than that, bro. If you want more than that, you shouldn't be in prison.
Word.
Do you know what I'm saying? You should have picked your love over your
Over.
crime.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Whatever it was
real
that
shit, man.
that you did. Do you know what I'm saying? If it was that, I've seen a lot of real ones as well.
Yeah.
Like come unstuck to their gal,
Yeah.
like in prison. It's like wow.
Bruv, you see it all the
Like
time.
baby mothers are probably a next issue in it. Like if she's got your kid and there's them kind of concept, but even still, that is still the same. It's still the same principle and it's still the same rules with your baby mom too, blood. To understand.
With that one there, you've got to be like mentally strong and
Strong.
just understand. You have
And
to
my
just be.
cut-off game is cold.
Yeah.
Bro. My cut-off game
Yeah.
is so cold because you got no choice. What you gonna do? Sit in your cell every day and drive yourself crazy?
Yeah. Word. I used to look at man like,
Like,
not deluded, yeah, because don't get twisted. Some man get married, you know what I mean? Like, but then you've got to really just it like, bro, you're sitting down. I know you're talking about your appeal, you know what I mean? But you're sitting
it
down.
all sounds good, bro.
Yeah.
That all sounds good, and that's even a good conversation piece to have with your gal for maybe a year or two.
Yeah.
Do you
But
know
then
what I'm
after
saying?
like
But
3,
then
4,
like
5,
after like
6.
bro, I've seen man in there. Like remember I said I've had a lot of phones in it, so
Yeah.
sometimes you end up sharing phones and that.
Yeah.
Bro, I've ended up having the phone for a night, yeah, and a man's gal has messaged the phone like, when is he really coming home?
Yeah.
Like, what's
That
he really
happens,
in
yeah.
for? And I'm like, raw, like, hasn't he told you?
Yeah.
Type of thing. Like, chat to him
Yeah.
tomorrow, innit?
Yeah.
Like, he'll.
Chat to you.
Next time I get the phone back, I'm seeing messages in there like, oh my God, you're a murderer.
Yeah.
Like, I Googled you.
Yeah. That's why.
And you're not coming home for da.
Yeah.
That you're talking to me. I should phone the prison. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Do you get what? Like, certain man go to even that extent just to have
Some female.
the interaction.
Yeah.
Bro.
Interaction.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
That's why I asked you about the relationships, because I do know a lot of lifers that, you know, they end up lying, or like, you know, especially because the IPP as well. Like, you know, well, I'm say you got into something with someone 3 years in, you're like,
Yeah.
"Right, I got 2 years left,
Yeah.
babe, my parole, but knowing
myth.
that this parole
It's a
thing's a
myth.
bit of a myth
all
as
you're
well.
doing is like, whenever anybody asks an IPP or a lifer when they're coming home, if he gives you an answer, he's telling a lie.
No, you don't know, yeah.
He's telling a lie. My straight thing was, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm here right now.
yeah, word.
I don't want to hear too much. Even though I've got phones and that, it's just mainly just to keep me busy, bro. Like majority of the time, I'm not even talking to people, bro.
Yeah,
To get what I'm saying? Because it's like, I'm doing the same thing every day. To get what I'm saying? So I ain't got much to say at that. And then I don't really want to be hearing everybody's problems, because I can't do anything about it. I can't help.
yeah,
It just makes man feel more shit.
yeah,
To get what I'm saying? But man just need to be able to plug back into reality. Do you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Every now and then.